Welcome back. Today we will be discussing Kautilya's economic thought is a part of syllabus for 3rd BA. Economic thought in economics prescribed for 5th semester by Mangalore University. Let us discuss the economic ideas of Kautilya regarding Vatta and wealth. We have already discussed the economic ideas on introduction of ancient Indian economist. The objective of this session is to provide knowledge about the economic thought in ancient India. This session will help the students to understand Kautilya's economic ideas. Regarding the introduction of Vatta and wealth, Kautilya's Arthashastra was by far the most important treatise on economics, which contained systematic ideas on Vatta and wealth. Let us discuss about the Vatta. Vatta, that is national income. Ancient thinker used the word Vatta to mean the science of national economy. Kautilya included agriculture, animal husbandry, and trade in Vatta. He substituted the word Arthashastra for Vatta and widened its scope. Arthashastra is a combination of economics, political science, ethics, jurisprudence, and military science. The importance of Vatta or national economy was very great, and according to Kamandak, if Vatta was destroyed, the world would be dead. The king was expected to have a good grasp of Vatta. Mahabharata lays emphasis on the subject as the root of the world, a thing which was essential for economic stability. It was necessary for the king to learn about the essentials of national economy from scholars and specialists in order to discharge his functions successfully as a ruler. Let us discuss about the ideas of wealth. Kautilya's ideas on wealth. Generally, people in ancient India realized the importance of wealth for the welfare of mankind. In fact, acquisition of wealth was described as one of the 4 major goals of life, namely dharma, artha, Kama and Moksha. Kautilya used wealth in wide sense. According to Kautilya, Artha, that is wealth, is the most important thing, and Dharma and Kama are the dependent on it. To him, wealth included money, commodity, acquired wealth, public or private property, precious metals, labor, and even forest produce. Wealth is to be acquired grain by grain, as learning is to be acquired every movement. The ancient Indian economist means wealth as having 4 qualities, that is It should be material, consumable, appropriate and transferable. For an individual, acquisition of wealth is always beneficial if it is acquired for the sake of the good life. A son, a wife, or a friend, or giving for charity. He justified the wealth earned through proper means. For a country, material wealth is required to maintain social structure, the organization and institution of the community. Secondly, to provide means and opportunities for every individual to live decent life. Thirdly, to ensure self-expression, self-fulfillment, self-realization and thus lastly to achieve salvation. The referred book are the same as Bhatia H.L., Ganguly B.N. and Paul R.R. Here are few multiple choice questions to improve your knowledge. The first one question, Kautilya's Arthashastra deals with the aspect of the four choices: A. Social life, B. Political policies, C. Religious life and D. Economic life. The correct answer will be B. Political policies. The second question, according to Kautilya, which one of the following factors could contribute to the growth of the treasury? A. Opulence of industrial department run by the state. B. Abundance of harvest. C. Prosperity of commerce. And D. All the above. So, out of four choices, the correct one will be the D. All the above. The third question will be, Kautilya's Arthashastra is great treatise on, four choices will be there. The first one, economic policies, B. statecraft, C. interstate relations and D. ethics. The correct answer will be B. statecraft. The fourth question is the Saptaganga theory of state, theory of 7 limbs of the state. Saptanga was propounded by, four choices will be there: A. Kautilyan Arthashastra, B. Manu in Manusmriti, C. Kalhana in Rajatarangini and D. Banabhatta in Harsha Charitra. The correct answer will be Kautilya in Arthashastra A. The last one is the, consider the following statement related with the Kautilya's Arthashastra. So, two statements will be there. First one statement, Kautilya's Arthashastra is a book of statecraft, was written in Gupta period. Second statement will be, Arthashastra was written in the 4th century BC by Kautilya, from which it appeared a tradition of writing on and teaching of statecrafts, because Kautilya acknowledges, four options will be there. The first one, A. only one, B. only two, C. both 1 and 2 and D. none of the above. The correct answer will be the B, only second statement 2. Thank you.